This is a C1 level news, so I will be talking English only and I will talk at C1 level. Let's start. Ultra processed food. Further light has been shed on the possible dangers of eating ultra processed food. Further light has been shed. So this is a phrase or an idiom, I can say. It means we make something clearer. It means to make something clearer. So you explain something more clearly or you find out more information about something. It means shedding further light on it. So what about the possible dangers of eating ultra-processed food? A new study has revealed that consuming food such as sausages, frozen pizza, ready-to-eat meals, sodas, and cakes can increase the risk of cancer, heart disease, or an earlier death. Reveal to it means to make something open or make something obvious, let's say. Make it known to everyone. Okay, yeah, that's a better explanation. So a new study has made it known, has found out that consuming food such as these things, sodas are Fanta, cola, so Fanta, Coke, that kind of thing, right? Those are the sodas. They can increase the risk of cancer, heart disease, or an earlier death. Disease, it means illness, right? Ultra-processed food includes products made in factories from ingredients that are largely or entirely made in a laboratory. So, what does this mean? This means that, according to this news, and also I agree with it, we need to eat natural food that are not made in factories, basically. So, for example, meat. So, for example, fruits. So, vegetables, things like that. So they are not made in factories. Now there's also some issues with them. Uh, there's pesticides, so insect. They use some drugs to kill insects or some other concerns, but they are still better than the processed food. They are added with things like preservatives, flavor enhancers, colorings, sugar, and fats. Preservative, it means this is the things they add to be so that the product can have a longer shelf life, right? So the product it will not go bad for a year and a half, for 2 years, for months, right? For example, if it was a fruit, you couldn't do that. It would go bad very soon, even if you keep it in the fridge. But they put preservatives so that these foods don't go bad. Flavor enhancers. Flavor, it means taste, and enhancer means increasing. So things that increase the flavor. Coloring, sugar, and fats. The research was conducted on over 200,000 people in the USA over a 28-year period. Research was conducted. So this is used together in general. Conduct a research. Conducting a research. It means doing a research, right? The research was conducted on over 200,000 people. Okay. Researcher Dr. Fang Zhang said Fang Fang Chang, I don't know, I guess he's Chinese, uh, said men who ate a lot of ultra-processed food had a 29% higher risk of developing bowel cancer. So bowel cancer, it means uh, it's your intestines, let's say. So that area, it's bowel, and it will increase the likelihood of developing that. But that's not the only issue, right? The processed food, they basically increase the risk of everything. Ultra processed foods make up a growing proportion of the food we eat, which is a problem. Growing proportion. Proportion means ratio. Ratio. So 2/3, 20%, 80%. So for example, if I say a very big proportion of what I eat is whole foods. If I say that, you can understand. Whole foods is, by the way, not processed foods. It's like vegetables, fruits, meat, that kind of thing. And when I say that, you can understand. Well, for example, 70-80% of what this person eats must be whole foods, right? So something like that. Proportion ratio. They make up a growing proportion of what we eat. The WHO, the World Health Organization, says they account for around two-thirds of calories in the diets of American children and teenagers. They account for. This is also a phrase. So how much do they make up? So how much of something is something? We say it by they account for. If I give another example, for example, for example, gold accounts for 20% of my investment portfolio, right? It means I'm making investments and 20% of that is gold, for example. So I use account for. So it means make up for. The WHO says they account for around two-thirds of calories in the diets of American children and teenagers, which is also a problem because, and it is natural because in the processed foods, it's extremely calorie dense, right? There are just a packet of biscuits, it's like 500 calories. You would have to eat, I don't know, two plates of food to get that much calories, or 1.5 plates, depending on the plate size. It's extremely calorically dense, and it's nutritionally it's very void. There's not much nutrition. There's a lot of calories. Then you eat that, you gain weight, you become unhealthy, which is a problem. Dr. Zhang Chang, I'm still not sure about the pronunciation of this. If anyone knows, please write down in the comments. Dr. Zhang, I'm going to say. Dr. Zhang said children who ate ultra processed food gained weight more quickly than those who ate a more nutritious and well balanced diet. So he says the children who eat these gain weight more quickly. Okay, nutritious. Again, I used this word just now, but it means there are more useful things in the food for us. So there are more vitamins, there are more minerals, there are more protein, healthy fats, and there are less harmful things. And it's also something that these companies do that you need to pay attention. So it's a chocolate, it's an energy drink, it's a packet of biscuits, something like that. And you look at the labels and you see that there is vitamin and there's some minerals in that thing. But the issue is, first of all, it's really not worth it. There are too many harmful things in it. And second of all, even if there's some vitamins and minerals, it's actually more difficult for your body to absorb those vitamins and minerals from the processed food than it is to if you just eat some fruits, for example, or some meat. Because your body cannot recognize the processed foods, right? It's not used to it. These are all new. These are all the recent 100 years. She said, so they gain weight more quickly, we said, the children who eat processed foods. She said Americans consume a large percentage of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods. She gave advice on how people can look after their bodies better through their diets. So advice, it means recommendation, advice. So I say you should do this, I'm giving you an advice, right? And look after means take care. So how people can take care of their bodies, take care of, not take care of their bodies better. She said we should consider substituting ultra-processed foods with unprocessed or minimally processed foods in our diet for cancer prevention and for the prevention of obesity and cardiovascular diseases. Consider, it means think about. We should think about doing whatever. So here it says we should think about substituting. Substituting means putting something in place of another. So you take something out, you put a new thing in its place. That's substituting. We should think about substituting ultra processed foods with unprocessed or minimally processed foods in our diet for cancer prevention. Prevention means to avoid, or to, how do I explain this the best? It's taking measures. You do something so that you can stop another thing. That's prevention. Okay, you do something to stop another thing in advance. That is prevention. So here we prevent, we stop obesity and cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular, I explained this in a previous video, but it means cardio, it means heart. Vascular, it means our veins that our blood veins. That's vascular. So cardiovascular diseases means diseases that are related to heart and veins. That's it. All right. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and write down your comments, any comments you have, so that I can, and give me some feedback so that I can continue to improve these videos. You can also claim your gifts from the video description, and we will continue in the next video. Take care.